Hello, Skyliners. Welcome back to Super-Duperville, episode 35, A Disservice of Services. I am a shameful Mike of Dragon Rider Gaming, and I thank you for joining me for a City Skylines episode. We have a ton of goals to do today because I have been remiss in my duties again for making sure that I'm staying up on some services, and I want to make sure that we fill all these in before we go into the next expansion and industry land. I want to get there, but I feel like we need to do a few things first. So 11 goals. You heard right, 11 goals. Let's get to it. Number one, no reposting about the post. I have not put in any post offices anywhere in the city, so we're going to do that. And a post sorting center facility, sorry. Number two, raise the towers of fire. We got to put in some fire watch towers in Spaghetti Hills and Super-Duper Bay. Number three, the lack of DRUs is astounding. We don't have any disaster response units. We need to put one in over at the water park and down Super-Duper Bay. Number four, come quick, it's an emergency. We don't have any emergency shelters in Spaghetti Hills or Super-Duper Bay. Number five, broadcast the news. We have a radio mast in the north, but we do not have one in the south yet. We need to get a radio mast down there. We're probably going to do the tall radio mast, maximum effect. Number six, stand in the doorway. We have no earthquake sensors in Spaghetti Hills, Super-Duper Bay, Industrial Land, or Kaleidoscopia, but we got to cover all those areas. Number seven, don't tsunami. We need a tsunami warning buoy down in Super-Duper Bay. Not a booty. I heard myself say that. Number eight, chop it up. We got to put some chopper pads down Super-Duper Bay for health and police and fire. I think those are a major benefit, and I think those will service the area much better. Number nine, don't you even care? We have got to put in some child senior centers, yogas, gyms, saunas. We haven't done any of those last three, but we want to get those down Super-Duper Bay. Number 10, we'll get you trained. We're going to add a passenger train down in Super-Duper Bay. And finally, number 11, I learned my lesson, or lessons. We got to get some education down in Super-Duper Bay. We put down some, but we need more because we're lacking. So holy crap, let's not mess around and let's get to it. Medium speed, game off pause. We got 3 cruise ships coming in at once. Kind of crazy. Off-screen stuff while I start working on the post. And post is underneath, I believe it's transports. Yeah, down here under post services. Way down here at the end, that's why I've ignored it. You may notice I put in this leg and this intersection so that we can take some of the heat off. You see quite a bit of a backup forming here on this exit. Now a lot of them will dive out and come down to this one and use this. So there's a leg coming in there. I downloaded a asset and put in asymmetrical tram lines here. I downloaded an asset that had that, so I have asymmetrical tram lines coming into the main road. I also fixed all of the main road intersections so that there's always 2 lanes coming through. So if it's a right turn, it's right turn and straight, along with a regular straight, and then a dedicated left turn lane. In some of these areas, you're going to see that all 3 are going through. There's a good example of that. This one here, but I still have the right lane going straight, so they don't have to zigzag down the line here. They can just pick a lane basically and stay in it. And let's see here, talked about the new tram line. Oh, and then up in Stutopia, which we're headed to anyway, if I get on the right darn thing, because I got to go there anyway. I filled in the last pie piece, so Stutopia is completely filled in. And Arbor Woodlands has reached level 5. It actually reached level 5 in the last episode while I was in the middle of doing some tram lines and such. And I didn't realize that, or I did realize it, but I didn't make a comment about it. So I wanted to make sure I did that now. So here's a post office. We're going to start dropping these in here. And if we look at the coverage real quick, back off and look at the coverage, it covers about a quarter of the area, almost half. But we're going to put these every quarter section just to try and do the best efficiency possible. That's one. Oh my god, that's only one goal. We got to get going. Okay, so raise the towers of fire. So we need some fire towers. Let's go to fire. We don't have any fire towers for coverage down here. So let's see here. Is that a good spot? So that's looking really good. Got some red in between here, but when we do Roundabout Berg, we will do that for them. All right, next up, lack of DRUs. So we need some disaster response units. This is the big place that we put one in over here, but I want to put one on this side as well. Turn this off. Where can we put one? Ooh, I think right down the street here. Oh, that's a good spot. I like that. Because that should give good coverage for this side, for those guys, and then I'm going to stick one down in here as well, but I think I'll put one on this road, right? Kind of on this highway, because this highway will go extend over into Kaleidoscopia when we put that in here, and then we'll have another entrance up here. You might notice I put in some markers here. I put these every 100 units, just some dirt road markers every 100 units, just to kind of help me get an eyeball on things. So yeah, one right there, perfect. Oh, we need some emergency shelters too while we're at it. Turn F1 back on so I can see the coverage. I think that was the only other spot that was missing them. In fact, Positiveville has these, but you know what? They're turned off. We never turn these on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these need to be turned on. We can afford it now, and it's important because we got, I don't know how many people in this town, but probably a considerable amount. 33,000 people. Yeah, so we need it for the 40,000 people. What if Tsunami hit right now? Oh, jeez, don't say that. God, don't say that. Ah! I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, come quick, get us an emergency. That's number 4. Broadcast the news. So we're back in disaster relief. We're going to go to our tall radio mast. And if you check it out up here, we had one that had really good coverage up here. And I'm going to put one, I say if I put one here, that gives pretty darn good coverage over most of it. But I don't want to stick it like on the highway. I want to stick it next to the highway. I'm thinking right like that. Right next to the highway like that. Let's see what kind of coverage that gives. Look at that. All the stupid. All the stupid duper bay. So I think that'll cover for now. We got another one to put one in later on. Standing in the doorway. Another one. Emergency response. We need some earthquake sensors. Look at that. We have nothing up in Spaghetti Hills. Holy criminy crap, criminy crap. Stick one on the side of the hill over here. That looks good. That should give pretty good coverage for them. Wait for it. Excellent. And then if we stick one out here, somewhere in this area that covers Super Duper Bay, we don't quite need that much. Bring it back, bring it back. Back dead ass up. We'll stick it right out here in the middle of nowhere. And it should give coverage for the bay. Wait for it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. While we're at it, I know we need a tsunami warning buoy over here. So we're going to stick one as far out as we possibly can in the corner here. Right there in the corner. That should help us. Now, I thought that this was citywide because it doesn't actually give a coverage area, but it's just water-based. So, I mean, I'm going to stick one down here as well. I don't know why. I'm thinking that it might be good to have a few of these along the coast. We got one there, but if a tsunami comes from this side, we want to get a warning until it hit there, I think. I don't know. I don't know for sure. So we're going to stick one on that side. In fact, we're going to stick one on this side as well. Up here by the Fitchin Industries. And hopefully that helps with any kind of warning it can provide us in case it hits and comes in. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so chop it up. We need some chopper pads down here in Super Duper Bay. So let's start with our healthcare. We go on down yondage. We have somewhere around here a medical helicopter depot. So we have our medical center downtown. I'm thinking out this way would be a good spot for a medical helicopter depot. What do you think? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put it there because I think I have an idea of something else to go in there. And then if we go to fire, we need a fire helicopter depot. And a fire helicopter depot would go good up here. Put that right at the end, at the top. And we'll fix the landscaping on that because that jacked it way in the air. But we can take care of that in a hot minute. Would you just wait? Jeez, you're so demanding. Police helicopter depot. Let's get one of these in here for the po. And it should match up with this one nicely, I think, like that. Then we'll fix that landscaping off camera. So that takes care of our helicopter depots there. Now, do we think we need one up in Spaghetti Hills? It's not going to look right down there, but that at least gets us a couple different points of helicopters that could fly around this area as well. Help people out. I like it. Drink of water. Number 9. Oh my God, we're flying. Don't you even care? Yeah, so back in Super Duper Bay, I want to get down some elder care and child care in this area. So we go back to our health tab. We turn that off, in fact. Here's our elder care. This kind of looks like a good leg to put that kind of thing in. And look at that coverage. If I put it about center there, that covers everybody. In fact, I could put it over here and it definitely covers everybody. I like that. Because I'll put the child care on the other end. Next to this. And we'll put child care down here. And that should also, I believe, that also has... Yeah, almost covers everybody putting it in there. What if I put it on this side? Yeah, that's better. So stick it on this side right there. So that's awesome. So elder care and child care right in that sector. I like that. Some other things that we need to get down and get down to business. So we have one crematorium in place. I am really thinking that we need to get another one in place around here. Yeah, I'm thinking right there. And that should give help coverage for this end of things. And we will stick another one on this end somewhere and try and... Yeah, that'll supply coverage for this end. I think 3 will do for this area. So we have a sauna. We have not medical helicopter depot. We already did that. We have a sports hall and gymnasium, community pool, and a yoga garden. But I think we should probably smatter a few of these around these areas as well. I'm going to do that off camera and see if I can find spots to put these in place just to help people. Any kind of health benefit extends life. And I don't have water at our disaster response unit. Oopsie daisy. I think that should do it. And yeah, so that was number 9. Number 10, we'll get you trained. So we need to add a passenger train. I'm desiring a passenger train down here. Ideally, we were going to put a hub in here, a cargo and passenger train hub for both Kaleidoscopia and Super-Duper but I'm kind of feeling in my bones that it might benefit us to put one in here, and I'm thinking here's a good spot for a train. Now that doesn't look ideal, but if I remember correctly, let's go in here and go to trains. One of my custom train tracks allowed me to stick it across the road. Space already occupied. That is so weird that it says that. If I turn on anarchy, it will let me put it in there at the tip. But that's not the one I'm thinking about. Was it this one? No. Was it this? Yeah, it was this one. So this is industrial elevated train station. So it's kind of designed for an industrial area. But if I extend that one and kind of put it across the road, kind of fits in with the area nicely. And I think that's really cool. Kind of gives a kind of a unique building for the area. And then for right here, I'm just going to take and put in some low density commercial buildings. And we'll just say, okay, filling in up to there. And you can put a little 4-blocker there and something along the front here. So we'll get some businesses in there. We'll leave the rest of them open. And now we need to put in an actual train line. Now I'm going to do that off camera just because I don't want to waste the time doing it for this episode. That's already starting to run long. So I got to figure out a way to speed this up. So, but we will come out of here and I'm going to have the train track probably run along the outside or inside here. I don't know which. And we'll put in a T-junction up here and allow the trains to break off there and come on down this way to get in here, to get into these guys, and then to get in over here and to get in over here, blah, blah, blah. So that's awesome. So number 10. And it was that quick. I just wanted to get one in there. And then finally, number 11, education in Super-Duper Bay. We need some more education in this area because we are suffering. Elementary schools are doing okay. But when we expand out here, we're going to need some more. But it's the high schools that are suffering. They're barely staying afloat. We got one down here and one up here. I'm going to want to stick one over on this side. And if we go to our modern high school, I'm thinking right below this train, right here in the center. This looks to me like to be a perfect spot for that. Because then it should service most, if not all of that. Look, it's pretty darn good over there. Gets us up into the green. That's awesome. And then our university availability is it's suffering down here. Got a lot of people upset down in this area for university access. So I'm thinking of putting a university out here somewhere, maybe like over here for now. I'm thinking like right down here on the corner, and that should satisfy most all these people, everybody in the city really. But that is called Modern Sim State, and it's just 3,800 students, but that should help us tremendously. We made it through. Holy crap. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to take a nice wide shot across the city here and see some progress that's been made. And just an overview. It's episode 35. I figure it's time to do a little bit of a wide shot of everything that we have in place so far. This is exciting. I really like, I don't know why, it just dawned on me, the fill-in section here between Stutopia and Positiveville using the university and the water pond area. I really like that that's come together and filled out more. Anyway, if you like what you've seen here in this episode and previous ones, drop me a like. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And other than that, thank you everybody for watching, and take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye now.